We are starting with this topic, brainstem. Now we'll cover up the pons. In my previous lecture, I taught you about the medulla oblongata. Now we are ascending above to that, and we are talking about pons now. So this is a sagittal section. You know that this is brainstem, this is midbrain, you have pons, and then you have the medulla. Okay, सब दिख रहा है, clear है?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so pons you can see. Now we'll talk about the external and internal features of the pons. You can see that this all here, the ventral aspect of the brain stem, it's a content. All this is like, seeing even the cerebellum, this is rhombencephalon, the hind brain. It's all located in the posterior cranial fossa. It's a content of posterior cranial fossa. Hindbrain include pons, medulla, and cerebellum. And in the posterior cranial fossa, the lower portion of midbrain also is there. So the anterior free notched margin of this tentorium cerebelli is passing through here like this, right? So including the lower portion of midbrain, then the rest of the hindbrain is a content of posterior cranial fossa. So you can first of all localize, imagine its location, how and where it will be located. Anteriorly here, it will be the clivus, the inner surface of the basiocciput, where it's resting. Here it's the foramen magnum, right? So, and this is the dorsally placed cerebellum. Then here you find is the ventricular system. This is cerebral aqueduct passing to the midbrain. And then in the lower pons in upper medulla, it has a dilatation and the roof is tent-shaped. This is the fourth ventricle, which continues down as the central canal of spinal cord. At what demarcation, what's the structure we demark that, fourth ventricle terminates and continues as central canal at the level of obex. And obex you can see on the posterior surface of the brainstem, the lower limit of the fourth ventricle. So this point where pons meets the medulla, this is pontomedullary junction, and here it is cerebral peduncle, so the crus cerebri, the anteriorly, where it reaches to join midbrain. And now you can see that this pons anteriorly has this convexity. It's a nodular like of structure. When you see on the ventral aspect of the brainstem, it is a bulged thing which has convexity both in vertical and transversely. It is convex and it will have streaks. It will have streaks, striated surface with the outer surface, transversely striated, right? And on this surface, you will find that this trigeminal nerve emerging from the upper portion, while 6th, 7th, and 8th, they emerge at the lower portion at the pontomedullary junction. And here you have this cisterna pontis, where these nerves which are emerging, they bathe into this cisterna pontis. And here you have interpeduncular system. All this is filled with CSF on the ventral aspect. And this is the area of cisterna magna. Okay. So let's talk about the external structure of pons. As I told you, when you see in the vertical view on the ventral aspect anteriorly, this is a nodular thickening which is convex vertically as well as transversely, right? And it is around 2.5 centimeter in length. This is called pons. Pons, actually, literally, it means a bridge. Why? It's a Latin word, pons, which means bridge. So why is it a bridge? Actually, you can see that these are the two cut ends of the middle cerebral peduncles, right? You are not here in front of me here either. I never have a board here, so I could have drawn some diagrams to better explain you this thing. Actually, cerebellum is lodged posteriorly and it is connected to the midbrain through the superior cerebral peduncles, and those are directed upwards and medially, you can say. and while the inferior cerebral peduncles are directed downwards and medially towards the medulla. But this one, this middle cerebral peduncle, it is not forming, the fourth ventricle boundaries. It's not forming the boundaries of the fourth ventricle, and it is only, present on the basilar portion of the, or you can say the ventral portion of the pons, like a bridge, and there are, transverse striations present on this. So it's through this middle cerebral peduncle that the two cerebral hemispheres are connected, and that fibers are actually pontocerebellar fibers. There are pontine nuclei which communicate to the opposite cerebellar hemispheres contralaterally, right? So because of those fibers which reach through this middle cerebral peduncle anteriorly, and that's why it's called a bridge which communicates between the two cerebellar peduncles. Got it? And then the this portion where this pons, the lower limit of the pons, where it reaches the pyramids, then olives, this point is the pontomedullary junction, and from this you can see that the lower end of the pons there is abducent. Then you have this facial with this nervous intermediates, that's a sensory component, and it will be laterally placed. M for motor, M for medial. So sensory component of facial is laterally placed, that is nervous intermediates. Then you have vestibulocochlear nerve, and out of those, the cochlea will be laterally placed. So then here you find that the upper portion of the pons, where this is, the junction of pons and middle cerebellar peduncle, there you find that this, anterolaterally, it is this trigeminal nerve, the largest nerve that emerges out. Again, remember that it has two components, M for motor, M for medial. So motor component is medially placed, while the larger, bigger component is the sensory component, which is laterally placed. So these are emerging from the junction of pons and middle cerebellar peduncles. Superiorly, you can see it reaches to join these crus cerebri, right? These are the ventral portion of the cerebral peduncles. And at the same junction with the crus cerebri, you will also find the third and fourth cranial nerves emerging. So this is what and don't forget that in the midline, the median plane, there is a sulcus called a basilar sulcus. And this basilar sulcus lodges the basilar artery. And basilar artery, with its perpendicularly arising, small perpendicular branches from the basilar artery, they're called the pontine vessels, or pontine arteries. Okay, and one more thing is foramen cecum. Remember that it is the point where this median plane joins this pons on the ventral aspect. There's a foramen called foramen cecum. Foramen cecum you must have heard, studied in the hard palate also, anteriorly. Then pons, this is the external structure which we see from the dorsal view. So when you see, actually we cannot see the dorsal view of the pons unless we remove the cerebellum. So cerebellum has been cut and removed. These are the cut ends of the three cerebral peduncles. You can see this is the superior cerebellar peduncles forming the suprolateral supromedial boundaries, and the thinned margins of this peduncle, this is called superior medullary velum. Similarly, this is the inferior cerebellar peduncles, right? And inferior cerebellar peduncles form infromedial, infrolateral boundaries, and the inferior medullary velum. And to the margins you find is tinea, right? So that makes it a diamond-shaped thing. And more important thing is, can you see that this middle cerebral peduncle is not forming any boundary of the fourth ventricle? It goes from, it is like a bridge on the ventral surface, right? And it communicates with the two cerebellar hemispheres. Then after removing the cerebellum, what you find, this is the median sulcus onto the floor of the fourth ventricle, or the dorsal aspect of the brain of the pons. There you find is this bulging the facial colliculus in the lower portion of the pons, and this locus ceruleus, these small, elevations which you see is a colored thing, which I'll discuss in later on. These are the elevations seen just lateral, or you can say just adjacent to the median plane in the upper portion of the fourth ventricle. So upper half is formed by the fourth ventricle is formed by the lower portion of the pons, while the lower half of the fourth ventricle is formed by the upper portion of the medulla. So this is what you see in the dorsal aspect on external surface. Now I will be teaching you about